With your three-point shot on Kansas Jayhawk basketball, I'm Brian Haney. On Monday, head coach Bill Self and Frank Mason met with the media to preview Wednesday night's tilt with number 2 Baylor. Now, the Bears are 20-1 on the year and tied with Kansas atop the Big 12 standings at 7-1. Coach Self was asked what impresses him the most about this year's BU team compared to previous years.
Well, I think they're obviously better than they have been, and I think they've been very good in the past. They're longer up front, you know, with their bigs and their depth up front, and certainly I think their zone is probably better than it has been. But they're playing more man now too, so I just think they're a better team. They're so deep up front, and then their point guard has had a terrific year, and then you got Ish and you got Freeman and all those other guys with experience on the perimeter. They're a total team, and a lot of times teams have an identity. It could be scoring more points. You know, we're still trying to find ours, but it could be, you know, how fast they are, scoring more points. Their team identity is they don't let people score. I mean, that is what they do, and so we're going to have to run really good offense.
For the second point on our three-point shot, Kansas senior guard Frank Mason. He was asked about the tall order of taking on number 4 Kentucky in their house and then hosting number 2 Baylor in back-to-back games, and what confidence can be taken from Saturday's win in Lexington and carried over into Wednesday.
Yeah, well, I think that they gave us a lot of confidence moving forward, even though we were confident in ourselves. And I think the guys that didn't really play a lot earlier in the season, us a lot more confidence, Dwight and Mitch, and, you know, we're going to need those guys moving forward. So I think that was huge for them to get in there and play good minutes and, you know, do some good things for us. So that helped us moving forward.
Let's close by talking about senior big man Landon Lucas, who on Saturday had a perfect shooting line, 6 for 6 from the floor. In fact, if he averaged one more field goal make per game, he would actually lead the Big 12 Conference with 64% field goal shooting. Lucas has been terrific ever since Udoka Azubuike went out, averaging just under 11 rebounds per game. And on Monday, Coach Self was asked if he's one of the more underappreciated Jayhawks. Here's what Coach had to say.
Sometimes, and I mean that with all sincerity and seriousness and in a complimentary way towards Landon, but when you coach at a place like Kansas or Duke or North Carolina or Kentucky, you're always thinking recruit these high level guys. And you want to do that, but sometimes when you recruit high level guys, people forget they still got to beat out somebody that's damn good, that's been here and experienced and that kind of stuff. And I will not. You guys know me. I don't go around. I told our guys after the game, I said, you know what? If I tell you I'm proud of you, you'll mistake you'll mistake kindness for softness. I said, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, but it's the same way with him. I probably don't tell him as much, but he's as appreciated as any kid that we've ever had here. He's smart. He's so good with you guys. He's intelligent. He has done everything we've asked him to do, even when, you know, the fan base may get on to him because he can't finish and as well and all this stuff. But, you know, he just keeps coming back. And then all we're doing is talking about how you're going to win if Landon gets 2 fouls. Who would have ever thought we recruited a guy that everybody would say, how are you going to win if Landon gets 2 fouls in the first half? And that's how important he is to us. So that's about as complimentary as I can be towards anybody.
And one final note, Josh Jackson picked up some hardware on Monday, his 5th Big 12 Newcomer of the Week honor and 6th overall Big 12 Weekly Award. Jackson averaged 21 points per game last week, including the 20 and 10 he posted at UK for his 5th career double-double. The Jayhawks and the Baylor Bears hook up at 8 o'clock on Wednesday right here at Allen Fieldhouse. I'm Brian Haney for KUathletics.com.